Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Have you seen Canva, Figma, Wix, Photoroom, Playground, OpusClip and various other providers enabling you to now create your multimedia content with just text prompts? For example, now you can create brochures with text and images of your choice. You can do a lot of branding related content and the list goes on and on. First, I thought maybe these companies have fine tuned their own models and they are using both LLM and VLM to accomplish the task. Maybe they still are doing that, but it seems from this press release of OpenAI that most of these are using OpenAI's new API, which is using the model GPT image 1 to easily integrate high quality professional grade image generation directly into their own tools and platforms. The model's versatility allows them to create images across diverse styles, faithfully follow custom guidelines, use world knowledge, and accurately render text, unlocking countless practical applications across multiple domains. In this video, I am going to show you how easy it is to create, edit and do variations on your images. I will be showing you a real world use case and we will just take it from end to end. So let's get started. I also want to thank Massed Compute for sponsoring this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on good prices, you can find the link to their website with a discount coupon code of 50% in range of GPUs. I also want to thank AgentBot for sponsoring the video. AgentBot lets you effortlessly deploy a personalized knowledge bot across platforms like Discord and Slack, and you can also find their link in video's description. So first up, on my Ubuntu system, I'm just going to quickly create a virtual environment with Conda. You can use it on Windows or Mac or wherever you are working. Creating Conda is also not required, but always a good practice, especially when you have to install a lot of things. Second step, make sure that you have OpenAI's latest version installed. If you already have it installed, just use it with -U in order to get it upgraded. Third and final thing you need is this, where you would need to have an OpenAI's API key from platform.openai.com. That is a paid option. So make sure that you grab your API key from there. Maybe just drop in $5 to $10 initially just to play around with this stuff. Pricing of this GPT image is also listed on their website, which you can check out for input output tokens. So I have set my key here and I have cleared the screen. Before I create and start showing you how to the images which it creates, let me show you the code. So I already have created these 3 scripts with the help of OpenAI's API reference. All I'm doing here in this first image, I'm creating an image. So for creating an image, I'm importing these libraries. I'm instantiating OpenAI's client and then I'm giving it these 4 prompts to create me 4 images. One is a crackers, cheese wedge, jam jar and mixed nut. So what exactly I'm trying to do here, I am creating these 4 images separately and I will be using it later on when I show you how to knit them together. So all this code is doing, it is generating 4 images with text prompt. First image is of cracker, second one is of cheese, jam jar and mixed nut, and I have given it bit detailed prompt. This is the code which actually is generating the image by calling this image generation API. The model it is using this GPT image. You can also use Delhi if you like. And then this is the size I'm generating. Make sure that you use this one. I think this model is optimized for this image size. And then this is where we are just putting it and saving it on our local system, and I am doing some standard Python exception handling. So let's me go here and then run this create a .py and it is generating the image. Now sometimes you might get some throttling error or some timeout error. Simply just retry and it works because a lot of people are creating the images as it has just been released, and I believe within the release of its first week 700 million images were generated. Go figure. So first image has been created and the images have been created. Let's check them out. So this is a cheese one Not bad. You see the quality of the cheese? How good is that? By the way, very yummy too. Let's check another one. These are the crackers, I believe. Very, very nice. They are stacked together. These are the jam jar. Very, very sumptuous. And then these are the mixed nuts. Beautiful. Look at the high, HD quality. Really, really very vivid, very clear. Good stuff. Okay. Now we have our images. Let's do another thing. Now let me show you edit one. So in the edit one, what I'm doing, I'm providing it this text prompt to create me a wicker gift basket on a rustic wooden table background labeled gourmet bites with a burlap ribbon and playful slightly rustic font containing all the items in the reference picture. And then I am giving it these images from my local system from the same directory. And then I am hoping that it is going to create me this gift basket. So, or wicker basket, whatever. So let me run this. I'm just going to clear the screen here and then let's run this edit.py. Okay, so it took around 1 minute, but it has written the prompt. This is a basket. Let's check it out. Wow, look at that. And this text is, I can tell you, better than Flux model. And Flux One Dev is my favorite model when it comes to creating text-based images or text-infused images with prompts. But this one is better than that. And look at the stuff in it. So there are nuts, and then there is a cheese cracker, and they are stacked. This is the same jar, so it has used the same images which we have created. It has put it in the wicker basket, and also there is this burlap ribbon, and text is fine. Look, I don't think so you can really nitpick in this one. Always room for improvement, but I think this one is fantastic. Look at this ribbon too. This is beautiful. Okay, now next up, finally, there is another thing you can do with this API. You can do variation on an image. So what I'm going to do, instead of picking this one, I'm just going to pick up my own one. Now, all I'm doing, I'm providing it one of my own image from my local system. I think I have it open. Oops. I'll show you shortly. And then I'm asking it to create me two variations on it. So let me first show you the image. So this is the image from my local system. So let me do a couple of variations on it. Let me clear the screen and then let's run it with variations.py. And here is interesting bit. Even when my billing limit is not reached, it is telling me that my billing hard limit has reached. I have double checked my account and I have even tried with different accounts. It is still giving me this error. Maybe it is throttling me because I've been generating these images due to the overload. But anyway, the code is simple. It does the variation on the images as you can see here. But for me, I think this sort of thing where it is creating those images with text, especially this gift basket, this is simply sublime. I think exceptionally good quality model, I would say. So if you're looking to have a Canva like product or a Figma like product, I think you have all the tools now which you can deploy, but of course you would have to make sure you don't get throttle and you keep the costs in check. We have a lot of other videos where we have gone into way more detail around be cost cognizant, especially when it comes to these API based models. So that's it. Let me know what do you think about this. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.